Team Canada has announced its training camp roster for the 2026 World Juniors in St. Paul. As expected, the roster headlined by projected #1 overall pick Gavin McKenna. The 17-year-old scored 1 goal in 5 games in last year's tournament. He's one of 6 returning players from the team that suffered a disappointing quarterfinal loss to Czechia. Canada has not reached the medal round in 2 years. Here's McKenna on achieving a better result this time around.
Canada, they've done everything to, set us up for this year. Taking the Hunters, Gardner McDougall, those guys know how to win. They know the keys to winning, and seeing the players they took, I think they've made some smart decisions, and we've got a loaded team this year. And I think going through that adversity last year, some of us returners, I think that'll help us coming into this year. We're all pretty fired up.
It was our goal to name our roster leading into Niagara Falls, but just with some injuries, the number of players in the National Hockey League, there was a lot of moving parts. We decided to bring, and some guys are pushing, we decided to bring an extra goalie, an extra D, and an extra forward to get these players in front of Dale and the coaches, and at the end of the day, Dale can have a significant say in terms of who those final pieces are.
Craig Button joining me once again because we love to talk to Craig about the World Juniors. Though back-to-back fifth-place finishes, I almost forgot about that, Craig. That's like unheard of for this country. And I remember last year specifically, so many people said they didn't bring the best players. They didn't pick the best players. So as we look at the projected roster for this training camp, in your opinion, any glaring omissions?
None whatsoever. And keep in mind that they want to get the players here that they've evaluated over a long stretch of time. And this is through tournaments, this is through league play, and then give Dale Hunter the chance to work with these players and build the team. They don't want to get into an evaluation on who their 13th or 14th forward can be or who their 7th, 8th defenseman. They've spent a lot of time, they know these players, and there's nobody. You can always sit down, what about this guy that has this many goals or this player that has this many goals? They haven't missed anybody. They're trying to build a team here. They got a really strong group. Now there's a couple players that you might say, oh boy, they could have been here. Yeah, they might have been there, like I think of Roger McQueen. Roger McQueen didn't play a lot last year, had injuries, came to to Providence. He's had some growing pains there. He's just not ready to come in at this point in time and help the team. Caden Lidstrom with Michigan State Spartans, another player. Really good players, but they're not ready to come in and help this team right now, largely due to the fact that they've had injury woes the last couple of years. They're trying to ramp up. The World Junior Tournament is not a time to ramp up, but they're not missing any players this year, no chance.
And then there's, of course, the potential for current NHLers to maybe join this team, and it's an impressive list. Macklin celebrating, Matthew Schaefer, Bennett Seneca. Those guys are all eligible for this team now. Unlikely that they would be made available by their respective clubs, but you look at Sam Dickinson, Ben Kindle, Berkeley Catton, maybe a little more likely. Do you think those 3 guys in the bottom might be on this team?
Well, I mean, one thing that Hockey Canada is looking to, Berkeley Catton would be a returning player, Sam Dickinson would be a returning player. That type of experience. They've been top players at the junior level. Ben Kindle's had an excellent year with the Pittsburgh Penguins. For me, when I look at that, Sam Dickinson would really give that blue line even more strength, more heft in their group. And you think about his experience, the reigning CHL Defenseman of the Year. Dale Hunter knows how to use him. We're talking about 25, 28, 30-minute a game player. And when you have that type of ability and the maturity that Sam has and the experience of having played in the NHL this year, he would be a tremendous get. They have so many good forwards. Yeah, you want Berkeley Catton. Yes, Ben Kindle would be a nice luxury, but they have more than enough forwards. I'm not worried about the blue line, but Sam Dickinson would just give it that much more strength, and I think that would be important for Canada.
So tune in on Boxing Day and you'll find out whether or not Sam Dickinson is on this team and who else is on this team. And they're facing Czechia. Craig, how's Czechia looking this year?
Very good. Czechia has knocked Canada out the last 2 quarterfinals. And starting the tournament against Czechia, a good team, good defense, good strong forwards, a really good first test for Canada at the World Junior Tournament.
TSN is the home of the World Juniors. You know it. It all begins on Boxing Day.